made over the past years in advancing the EU reforms. North Macedonia continues to fulfill all the conditions. You kept up with the good work on internal reforms, you have reformed your democratic institutions, you have a vibrant civil society, your efforts to strengthen the rule of law and the fight against corruption are very much commendable. And you are a successful model of diverse multi-ethnic society. You fully deserve, therefore, to move to the next step of the accession process. It is crucial that North Macedonia remains focused and fully committed to this process. Amending your constitution to advance fundamental rights further will automatically complete the opening phase of the negotiations by triggering another intergovernmental conference without any further delays or political decisions. Therefore, I count on North Macedonia to intensify its efforts to achieve full compliance with the membership criteria. We need to pay particular attention to the areas of the fundamentals, the reform of the judiciary, the fight against corruption and the fight against organized crime, the strengthening of democratic institutions, as well as the economic criteria. The negotiating framework which was adopted by the Council and which will be presented to you during the next meeting of the Intergovernmental Conference provides a sound basis and a wide-ranging set of tools for the accession negotiations. It incorporates the revised enlargement methodology, which puts an even stronger emphasis on these fundamental reforms. The Commission is ready to start immediately the screening process already this afternoon. And this is what we will do. And we are ready to support North Macedonia to prepare for assuming its obligations as a member state of the European Union. This will benefit from the robust preparatory work that we have already undertaken with your administration. It will allow us to identify all major issues to be addressed during the negotiations, as well as areas where preparations need to be intensified. I count on you to ensure an inclusive approach all along the process, working with stakeholders, the parliamentary opposition, the local authorities, as well as with the civil society. It will also be crucial to communicate regularly to the wider public the benefits and opportunities the accession process creates for all citizens, as well as on the EU support. The Commission will continue to accompany, support and advise North Macedonia in taking up the challenges of EU membership, including through financial assistance and expertise. The Commission's role is to ensure that the process abides by European principles and European standards. Our objective is to make sure that North Macedonia will be prepared when it joins. Thank you.
Thank you, Oliver. Now, Mr. Prime Minister, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Prime Minister Lipovsky, High Representative Borrell, High Representative Commissioner Varhey, distinguished ministers and representatives of all 27 member states of the European Union. On behalf of the citizens and the government of the Republic of North Macedonia, it is my exceptional honor for having this opportunity to speak into my mother tongue, Macedonian language, on this well-deserved intergovernmental conference that opens the negotiations for full-fledged membership of North Macedonia into the European Union. This ICG enables North Macedonia to start the last phase of its long path towards EU membership. Today's day is a historic one. We have been waiting for it for a long time. After 17 years, we are taking the key step on the path towards achieving our generations-long dream, have been dreaming of. And not only citizens, but also political representatives, academic workers, entrepreneurs, media workers, thousands of officials have been working on for many, many years. They have all given their share in our achievements. We devote this day to all of them. We thank them for the support, for their efforts, and we would like to commend them for this achievement. We have done a lot to achieve this strategic objective. We made bold, wise decisions in the interest of our children and the country. The clear vision and plan for the future, the commitment for prosperity of the country and of all citizens is the greatest act of patriotism for me. The road to Brussels was long. North Macedonia has formally applied for full-fledged membership in 2004 and gained its candidate status in 2005. The first recommendation for commencement of negotiations was issued by the EC in 2009, while the Council reaffirmed it in March 2020. This ICG practically operationalizes the decision made in March 2020 and opens the process for accession of North Macedonia and its citizens into the large European family in our shared home, the European Union. This was our decades-long strategic goal. The enlargement is one of the greatest successes of the Union. Europe strong is what the world needs. This would not be possible without Western Balkans. The Russian aggression over the independence, territorial integrity, and sovereignty of the Ukraine shows clearly that nothing is forever and that our force lies in unity. The enlargement policy in this moment directly contributes to sustaining peace and stability on the Western Balkan. North Macedonia, in all aspects, civilization, historic, cultural, belongs to the European family. We are a small, little Europe. We are multi-confessional democracy, and we are working actively to build a society for all. In practice, we live EU's motto, united in diversity, and we take pride in it. In the spirit of respecting the diversities through the Ohrid Framework Agreement and the additional constitutional amendments, North Macedonia has created an advanced model that provides equality in cultural and identity rights of the communities. North Macedonia is a country that respects its values. We have no open territorial disputes with our neighbors, and this is something that has been regulated in our constitution, and we have been advancing the regional cooperation. We work committedly on overcoming challenges and advancing relations with our neighbors through implementation of the Prespa Agreement with Greece and the Friendship Agreement with Bulgaria. We remain sincerely committed to their efficient implementation in goodwill and by contributing towards mutual understanding, respect, and trust. We expect the identical relation from our neighbors and partners. In that line, my country is completely ready to assume its obligations from the negotiation framework involving our human and institutional capacities. Distinguished colleagues, North Macedonia is a country of friendship and cohesion. We are here today in that spirit, and we stand shoulder to shoulder with our European partners. We share same values, and as of now, we will share the European future. European future with unconditional respect for the Macedonian people, for the identity and cultural specifics. I'm glad that on these issues and on the issues that are not directly related to Copenhagen criterion membership, we will not talk during the negotiations, as it was confirmed by the President of the European Commission in the Assembly of the Republic of North Macedonia. Before all our MPs and before our public, I am proud that the Macedonian language will be the language of negotiations, including the agreement for accession. We look forward to the day when the full-fledged membership of North Macedonia will make the Macedonian language one of the official languages of the European Union, equal to all the other 24 languages. We are fully ready to assume the legislation of the EU in our country and to build capacities for its application. At the moment, we have 45% aligned legislation, and the accession negotiations will be another motivation to advance this process of harmonization of the acquis, as well as the process of integration in the single market of the EU. At the same time, all relevant institutions in North Macedonia are fully ready to give their contribution to efficient and effective implementation of the screening process and to continue harmonizing our legal framework with EU standards. For years now, North Macedonia has been a reliable partner to the Union, both from aspect of the reforms and by giving contribution to tackling the challenges such as migrant crisis, COVID-19 pandemics, but also the Russian military aggression over Ukraine that we have condemned, and we have fully harmonized with the common foreign security policy. Motivated to give our better contribution, we will preside over the OSCE in 2023. This is another confirmation that we are naturally related is the fact that the European Union is our main trade partner. Our economy is structurally connected to the economy of the EU, not only in trade and exchange, but also with regard to foreign direct investments. In that line, EU's funds will propel our changes. Today, we have visible effects in several areas and on several levels. We are in the heart of the Balkans. During the negotiations, the government of North Macedonia, as so far, will abide to the principles of transparency and inclusion of all stakeholders. With an extensive dialogue, the Assembly, the opposition, the president of the country, we will enable their proactive inclusion in the decision-making processes related to the accession process. We are aware that the duration of the negotiations will mainly depend on the implementation of the reforms, as well as the capacity of the EU to support and deepen its development by guaranteeing its capacity for integration of new members. In that regard, North Macedonia, through intensive work, plans to be fully ready to assume its obligations and to become a member of the EU by the next budget period of the EU. The one peace project that has stood the test of time is the European Union. This enabled the longest period of peace on our continent, although the history has shown many wars. In order for our continent to be united, we should stand together and united, because we are stronger together. We'll walk this path together, and I'm sure that very soon, together, we will be joyful for the full-fledged membership of North Macedonia into the European Union. Thank you.
Thank you, Prime Minister. In this slide, we can note that the opening of the negotiation on the accession of North Macedonia to the European Union has now started. I propose that the conference enter into its minutes the position of the parties to the conference. And now we are moving to the phase when we again turn the camera off. So please turn off the cameras.